understand what it's all about. Where the government is trying to transform the country in such a way that to make us advance to 2020, our target of what do you call it, advanced country or whatever it is.
High income status country.
Yes. Basically, that is my idea, because I used to go and listen to what people give to talk. A few organizations have organized this thing and talk about this one. So the concept and the idea is very good, very good. To what I understand is it try to bring up our standard of living for every rakyat of Malaysia. The intention is to make everybody can live quite comfortably. My only fear and worry is the implementation side of it. How strong the government will to implement this sort of program, where they are going all out to improve people's living, or just do halfway and suddenly give up. That is my main concern. Yes, actually the implementation of this program now with free medical care for the poor, this and that, this is all very, very good. Okay? Because you know the poor people, they cannot afford all the expensive medical fees, this and that. Part of it, government is trying to do all this for the rakyat. Okay? But this is where when you said you give free medical services, because you don't give cash, people dare to go and get the medical aid. But when you give the cash, some of those people are scared that you might come back and reject them. So what I suggest is government should try to do something to promote this and to tell people this is very sincere on the government to help the poor. In fact, according to our the government projection, we should be already halfway or so there already. Of course, we have got only remaining 8 years, but within these 8 years, government can do a lot of things. You see, with big project, try to get our people all employed.
As we are aware, financial service sector is a fast-growing sector in Malaysia. The ETP stimulation program has contributed significantly and positively to the financial service sectors. In 2011, financial service sectors actually contribute about 11% of the country's real GDP. Implementation of online banking transactions has played an important role in the growth of financial service sectors. Over the past few years, we noted that there is an upward trend of the number of banking transactions, for example, Maybank to You and CIMB Click. Young working adults nowadays prefer to use online banking transactions as it is more convenient and time-saving. The online banking transactions also encourages the public to use online banking for investment purpose. One of the essential initiatives under the ETP is the development of One Malaysia Micro Protection Plan, which is called 1MMPP. It is a plan jointly developed by Bank Negara Malaysia and Life Insurance Association of Malaysia. The purpose of the plan is to provide insurance coverage for the money deposited in the banks. At the same time, it also increased the low penetration insurance rate in Malaysia. Malaysia has suffered less compared to some other countries during the 2008 financial crisis. It is mainly due to the close monitoring and the tight banking rules and regulation. Under the new ETP program, the government will continue to emphasize on the banking rules and regulation to serve as an precaution steps from another financial crisis.
Okay, what's ETP and GTP?
ETP is Economic Transformation Program and GTP is Government Transformation Program.
Okay, did you know that ETP and GTP are programs to upgrade Malaysia into a developed country?
Yes, I know that both programs have a purpose to develop Malaysia to have a high income in 2020. This one is for the ETP, and for the GDP, actually GDP is for increasing the standard of living of Malaysians that government expect to support the ETP in 2020.
Okay, what do you think of the RM201 Malaysia vouchers brings any benefits to our nation?
I think for 200 ringgit Malaysian, actually not for the people who already have high incomes like students in Thailand. I think they should not receive that 200 because the purpose of 200 for helping people, for the people who really needs of 200 ringgit Malaysia means that like 100 students in Thailand, if we multiply by 200 means 20,000. We can use 20,000 ringgit for helping people like maybe orang asli or whatever that really need government's help to survive their life.
Okay, the next question was based on your personal opinion. Do you really care about GTP and ETP?
To be honest, as I'm a foreigner, so I don't care.
Okay, the next question will be, do you know about all the programs that are happening in Malaysia? All the GTP and ETP programs?
Don't know.
Okay, and my last question, if you are a manager, worker or any career that you are having now, what kind of precaution what kind of things you should know that is going on for the program of ETP and GTP?
I think for the program ETP or GTP, all people don't need to know. I mean like we know, yeah, but if there are no results that happen, it's for what? Means that even so, yeah, I think no need lah.
Hey, excuse me. I just want to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just a survey.
Okay.
Okay, basically, do you know what is ETP and GTP?
Is it the Utopian Transfer Program?
No, it's not. Okay, never mind. Okay, basically ETP is Economic Transformation Program and GTP is Government Transformation Program.
Okay.
So second question, do you know that ETP and GTP are programs to upgrade Malaysia to a more developed country?
I don't think so. I never heard of such program before.
Okay, never heard of such program before. Okay, I bet this you know, right? The 200 ringgit, you know, the book voucher, one Malaysia book voucher. Okay, do you know that it is one of the GTP program? It's helped to reduce the burden of expensive textbook.
I didn't know. I didn't use it on any textbook.
Okay, okay. So in your opinion, do you think that this 200 ringgit voucher should be given to all students, or should we more focus on people who can't really afford the textbook?
I guess it's better to give everybody so everybody gets a fair chance to buy new books.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. As a student, do you care about ETP and GTP? Do you think you should care about ETP and GTP?
I think we should if it give us more book vouchers.
Alright, thank you for your time. Hi ladies. Just want to ask you a few questions. Okay, do you know what is ETP and GTP?
ETP is economic
Government something.
transformation program, right?
Yeah.
Government.
What's GTP then?
Government.
Transformation.
Transformation program.
I
Yes.
see.
Okay. So, do you know what is it about?
No.
I think it's to improve things.
Yeah. Okay.
Improve something.
Okay. Basically, ETP and GTP are programs to upgrade Malaysia into a more developed country, lah.
I see.
Okay. So, do you know that the RM200 One Malaysia vouchers? You know that
yes,
it is
yes.
one of the programs as well is to reduce the burden of expensive textbook.
Oh yes, it really helped.
Okay, so in your opinion, do you think that the 200 ringgit voucher should give to all students, or should it focus on more the people who are more poor that can't already afford textbook?
People who are poorer.
Okay, people who are poor.
rightfully people who are poorer, but because I think I wouldn't get it that way, so I want to get it. I think all students.
Yeah, to be more fair lah.
But then the rich people can afford already ma.
You go buy your own books lah.
Too bad I have it lah.
Okay, so
Maybe okay, they give everybody, but then they give the poorer students a bit more.
yeah, good idea. Okay, so as a student, do you think that you should care about ETP and GTP?
I think yes, because it benefits us. And it benefits the country, and we live in the country, so yeah,
You should care lah. How about
care.
My mom gave me money. I spend the money.
you? Okay. Alright, okay. Last question. Do you think you should read more about all these, like for example, because all these ETP and GTP programs are the newspapers and the local news. Do you think that students should actually go and read up and watch the news to know more about this?
For what?
About ETP and GTP?
I think so.
Like read the local newspaper,
So
watch
they
the
know what
news.
type of benefits they're getting.
Okay, how about
More,
you?
more free stuff lah.
Alright, thank you for your time.
Okay, thank